surface to make sure the bread doesn't stick?
Yes.
And what do we do next?
Okay, so next we're going to punch holes, kind of. Let me get in punch a hole in our dough to get the air out of it.
Okay. Okay.
And after that, make sure your hand is floured unless the dough's going to stick to it.
Okay.
And so after that, we're going to kind of mix the dough around.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Are we doing the whole loaf at this point, or have we already split it in half?
We're going to split it in half.
Mm-hmm.
And because the weather is cold outside and it's cold in our house, what we also did was we put our bowls in the oven and we put a hot pan of water underneath to help our dough rise because of the cold weather.
And that worked really well. Okay.
Once you split in half, you're going to, each of the halves, you're going to split those in half also and create 4 balls.
Okay. And do you need a special instrument to split it in half, or can you use a knife?
You can use a knife.
Okay.
You can use a knife. I have one of these. If you don't, you can just cut it in half with a knife.
Okay. So it should work.
It should work.
Okay.
So all you're doing with your dough is you're pulling it apart and you're going to create 4 balls.
Okay.
So this is my last one. So you're going to stretch your dough.
Okay.
And then you're going to put it back into a ball.
Okay.
After you have your 4 balls, you're going to get a piece of saran wrap. And I'll show you. And cover it for 15 minutes.
All 4 balls?
All 4 balls.
And do we leave them on the table, or do we put them back into the bowl, original bowl?
No, you can leave them on your surface. I have a really large cutting board that I'm going to show you.
Okay.
After, and just.
And then we just cover all 4 balls.
Cover all 4 balls with the saran wrap.
Okay.
And I'll put the timer on 15 minutes to just let it rest.
Is this the last time we will let it rest, or?
Yes.
How many more steps do we have?
Minutes. Then we'll be able to roll them and put them in our pan.
Okay.
I'm having so much fun baking with you, Mia.
Yeah, this has been really fun. It's always nice to work on this type of activity with friends and not do it alone.
And I've noticed that since we had our dough in the oven so it could rise, once I put the saran wrap on top, my dough is still warm. So it's kind of steamy under there.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And it's not my glasses.
Oh. Yeah, mine was not that hot. Do you think it's too late for me to put mine back in the oven? Probably.
Probably. What I did was I poured out the water that the hot water from the sink, and I boiled a pot of water and I replaced it with boiling hot water and closed it back up in my oven. So maybe that's why mine is a little bit warmer.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a difference. So we're letting it sit for how long? 10 minutes?
15 minutes, and it's so we have 13 more minutes to go.
Okay. Well, I will see you in 13 minutes.
Okay, I'll pause it. Okay, we're back. It's been 15 minutes. Yes. So the next thing you need to do is you need to take a ball of dough and we're going to roll it out. So get your rolling pin and make sure you have a little flour on it so your rolling pin does not stick to your dough. Next time I need to place my camera so you can see me rolling out the dough. But once I get it rolled out, I'll change.
How flat should it be when we roll it out? Is this flat enough?
I can't really tell, but
it's pretty flat.
It's pretty flat, yeah.
So then we roll it like a.
So roll like it. Can you see me?
Cinnamon roll.
Roll it in a long piece.
Yes.
Once you roll it in a long piece, try to get it even, like a long rectangle. I'm sorry. Yes, like a long rectangle. Once you roll it in a long rectangle, you're going to start at the bottom and you're going to start rolling the dough like you would do, like you said, like a cinnamon roll.
Okay. Okay.
So you want it kind of even, so try to stretch it. So all of the pieces will be the same width.
Okay.
Once you do that, make sure you have your pan that you're going to cook it in and lightly spray it with cooking spray.
Okay.
You have your cooking spray, Mia?
Yes, I've already sprayed it with my baker's joy. And then we just lightly put it in the pan?
Yes, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut your dough, cut it in half.
Okay.
And then cut it in half again. So you'll have 4 pieces. And you're going to put it in your pan in a circle.
Okay.
Then you start with your next piece.
Okay. And is it okay if they touch in the pan?
It's okay if they touch, but you have to remember that after we get all of the pieces into the pan, because of the cold weather, we're going to put them back in the oven so they can rise again.
Okay.
So leave a little room in between so they can rise.
Okay.
So we're on our second piece. Are you still on your second piece of dough, Mia?
I'm on my second. Yes,
okay.
I'm on my second piece.
Okay, so we're going to roll it again. Then cut them in half.
Okay.
So you'll have 4ths again and place them in your pan.
Okay.
I'm on my next little ball of dough.
Okay.
Gonna roll it out again. So just following the same procedure that we did the first time, we're gonna do it 4 times.
Okay.
This piece is going a little bit bonkers. It's rolling out funny.
It has a mind of its own.
Yes, it does.
I think it's still rising because my pieces appear to be a little fatter now.
Oh,
Than they
really?
did at first. Yeah. Because remember, mine had not, I put mine in the oven a little bit longer because the water wasn't hot enough. So it feels like it's rising a little now. So we're going to end up with quite a few rolls.
Look, more to eat. Yummy.
Yummy. Yes.
I know my phone's ringing. Who has a home phone anymore but me?
So you know they're either selling something